Hey, it's Amy Kate, and happy Halloween! For real! I decided I was gonna do a Halloween build just because I went to go see Psycho in the theaters on Sunday, like not yesterday, but like a week ago. My local theater, as most of you know, plays like flashback old movies every week, and Psycho was last week's. And I have already had Friday's build all done and uploaded. I'm like, I don't really want to take it down because I spent so much time working on it. So I decided I would do an actual Halloween upload. So I am uploading a video on a Monday, which is totally weird and random for me, but life is full of spontaneity, I guess. But as you can probably tell from the title, this is the house from Psycho, like the original Alfred Hitchcock Bates Motel, not the TV show, but like literally the Bates Motel cabins and the Bates' house. Like, Alfred Hitchcock is probably one of my favorite directors of all time, and being able to see Psycho like on the big screen was amazing. I had seen a couple of Alfred Hitchcock's films on the big screen like during film school and stuff, but never like this. Like it was just me and two other people. It was almost just me by myself, which I would have been like super stoked on, but yeah, it was so cool, and I just can't talk about how awesome it was. But I was watching it, and like halfway through I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need to build the house. I need to make this house a reality." So, I did that. And I was going to do like you can see that I did some foundation and then like two stories like for the hill because it's up on a hill. If you've never seen Bates Motel, if you've never seen Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, you need to, like, please do. Today would be the perfect day to watch it. But I couldn't do another roof on the top, so I ended up having to only do up one level of the hill, and I couldn't get the front roof exactly how I wanted it. And the porch of the Bates' house is also on foundation, and you can't really do that in The Sims. So I I guess I did what I could do, and in the end I think it looks so cool. I know I say my LA build is probably my favorite. It is, but this is probably my favorite not usable build because I didn't really say this. I hadn't talked about this yet, but I did not furnish it. I didn't really do any kind of floor plan even in the house. I have like pictures of the floor plan for the inside of the Bates' house, but I didn't do anything with it because I did like where the mother's room is, but that's all I really did because you'll see later I do like a little light in her room because I was gonna put like something there to make it look like mother's looking out at the window, but I decided not to. So it just looks like there's a light on in mother's room, which I think it looks so spooky and creepy, and it's amazing. I'm obsessed with this house. I'm obsessed with this build. Um, yeah, I think the only like it took me surprisingly only took me like not even 2 hours, like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes to do. But I think that's mostly because I looked up a lot of pictures, plus I know the house, like the way the house and everything looks fairly well because I've seen the movie so many times. But I pulled up some pictures to have like on my second screen as a reference point. So I used those, and going into it, I knew fairly well how I wanted it to look. So it wasn't like super hard for me to get it done. And the color, I used a like pinkish roof. Yeah, this right here, the window, there's supposed to be like a porthole window type thing on top of the roof here, but it just wasn't like working out the way I wanted it to, so I just decided to disregard that. But anyways, um what was I talking about? I knew pretty much how I wanted to build the house. So as I was doing it, I pretty much was just going from my memory and the reference pictures, but because I had such a solid thought process already before I even started of what I wanted to do and how I wanted it to look, I just did it from memory. But I found a picture of the house in full color, and it had like a pink shingled roof and blue siding, like a light blue siding. So I did that as close as I could. And the motel cabins are actually kind of slanted. They're like built on a hill. So every couple cabins is slightly lower than the ones next to it. So that's, I kind of tried to make it look that way by making the roofs slightly lower each roof. And I couldn't remember the ones like on the side. I know the one that cabin 1 and the office are I know what that looks like, but there wasn't really very good reference pictures for the roof on the side of the building, but I tried my best. That's all that really matters, I guess. But I wasn't sure exactly of the color of the siding, so I just went with like a brown with a brown roof, and I think I ended up going with, yeah, white trim on all of the roofs, just because I wanted to give it a kind of nice and simple color, and that's kind of what it looked like in the pictures, was like a white trim on the roof. I did add bathrooms, doors, and windows to all of the cabins just to give it a little bit more realism. I don't know why I had the bathrooms and stuff, but I did just for, the sake of the build. I Every cabin is pretty much identical except for the two, like the one on the end of each one, and then cabin 1 I moved the bathroom to the other side because in the movie there is a peephole in the like den area, I guess they call it in the movie, the den area at the back of the office that Norman Bates peeks into the hotel room, the cabin next door. So I wanted to keep that in there, and the way I had it, he would be peeking into the bathroom, and that wasn't the way it was in the movie. But I had so much fun doing this hill. Like, I just kind of went crazy with that connector room tool. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I just had so much fun cutting out different shapes and stuff and stacking rocks and plants. And oh, I'm not a big fan of Halloween, but or horror movies really even. But doing this was so much fun, and I kind of want to do it again. Like, I love doing my Boy Meets World set build, and this was kind of like that, I guess, in a way, but it was just a full set. So I think I may do something similar to this in the future. Maybe not like I may do another Alfred Hitchcock movie. When I was doing some of my research, I found a book just on the architecture of Alfred Hitchcock's movies, like the sets and stuff he uses, and it was crazy. So I may find something like that. And if you guys have any requests for movies that you would like me to try, like movie sets or something like that you would like me to try, that would be so cool to try. Give me a challenge. I would love to try to do that. Nothing like Hogwarts and stuff, because that's already been done. I know a couple people have done that before. I mean, I could try it. It would be so difficult for me because I am really horrible at doing like huge, big castle builds like that. But I can attempt it. You can see I tried to put stairs in because I was going to try at least to do the floor plan of the house, but I put the house on a diagonal because that's how it is in the movie. Tried to be as realistic as possible, and you can't do diagonal stairs still in The Sims, so there's no stairs in there. Maybe someday eventually I'll come back, especially if they give us diagonal stairs, and redo do it, you know what I mean, put the floor plan in. But yeah, so City Living comes out tomorrow. Who's excited? I am. I'm literally raising my hand right now. Um, the day I'm recording this was the day the embargo was lifted for all the Simmers who went to Sims camp last week before. Well, from the day you're watching this, it was like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. But the embargo was lifted, so everyone was posting their Sims camp videos, and oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, Deligracy posted a speed build of an apartment that she did, like a, excuse me, of a penthouse apartment that she did, and it's amazing. It doesn't even look like the lot that she used, the penthouse lot that she used, was a penthouse that comes with the game. So I'm not sure. Maybe they have multiple penthouses, but I'm still excited. I think I changed my mind yet again on the penthouse that I'm going to build. I think I thought of another penthouse that I want to do, another style, and I think I may save the idea that I had for the penthouse since it didn't really fit real well. I may change it to something completely different that I haven't even started yet, and I really need to because I have to record, edit, and do commentary for the City Living build as soon as it's out. Like, as soon as I get home from work, the day it's out, I have to do everything. And I want to have as much of it done as I can so I can just drop it in the lot and add the new stuff. And my voice sounds like it's going crazy again. I don't know why. Every time I record, my voice likes to go nuts. But yeah, I still can't, like, I was so anxious to upload this, like, not nervous anxious, but excited anxious, because I am just so excited for you guys to see this. I'm so proud of myself for doing this. I've never done anything like this before, and I had so much fun doing it. I know I've said that like a million times. And I added some pretty cool touches that, like, you kind of don't really think of. Like, in the movie, there's, like, a swamp, and that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm adding the swamp in. And I used a pond instead of a pool, just in case, like, you did put Sims on this lot and they tried to swim in it. I did think of putting this in the biggest lot on the lot that came with Outdoor Retreat. I'm blanking on the name of it for some reason. But I decided not to make it like a rental, because there's cabins and stuff. But I changed my mind and I put it on the biggest lot in Windenburg. I do not remember how much this even costs, but it's probably a lot because I used a ton of rocks. And this is probably my favorite part. I put the car that Marion drives into the pond. Well, she doesn't drive it into the pond. Norman drives it into the pond, but, she's driving the car in the movie. But why do I feel like Marion's not her name? I literally just watched this movie yesterday, and I feel like I'm saying her name wrong. But anyways, this is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this awesome little impromptu, not really impromptu, but this awesome little Halloween build. Again, I know I asked it last week, and last week's video hasn't even been up yet, Friday's video. So let me know what you guys are planning on doing today for Halloween. I, after work, will probably end up laying in bed watching Hocus Pocus for 4 hours straight while eating extra leftover candy. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my usual upload schedule with my City Living build. And don't forget to give this a like, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Again, I will see you on Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!